नमस्ते जी, हिंदी संवाद में आपका स्वागत है. वेलकम टू अनदर हिंदी क्लास. And in this class, I'll be discussing one of the most requested topics on this channel, and that is Lagna. So many of you have requested me to explain what Lagna is, how to use this word in sentences, what it means, and also transforming different sentences in different tenses using Lagna. So I'm going to do all that. Without any ado, let's begin. बिना किसी देरी के चलिए शुरू करते हैं. Let us first understand what Lagna actually means, because it can also have figurative uses. That is, it can also be used as a phrasal verb where you don't always look at its meaning on the face value. The literal meaning of Lagna is attached, to get attached, or like to stick to something or somebody. So basically to be attached or to be stuck. My first example is, मेरी बोतल पर ढक्कन नहीं लगा है. मेरी बोतल पर ढक्कन नहीं लगा है. That means on my bottle, the lid is not attached. That means there is no lid on my bottle. To be able to say that there is no lid, you will have to use Lagna in this sentence along with है. Just है will also work. मेरी बोतल पर ढक्कन नहीं है means it's not there. But since we are discussing Lagna, you will have to insert it in your sentence. Laga is that form of Lagna which you use to talk about completed actions, or when you use has or have in English sentences. So what you mean to say is, in my understanding, what you mean to say is that a lid has not been attached on my bottle, something like that. I'm sorry, I can't always translate the sentences directly from English to Hindi, but I'm doing my best. Let's look at the second example, where again it means attached, or it can also mean put up. उसके घर के बाहर सुंदर नाम पट्टी लगी है. उसके घर के बाहर सुंदर नाम पट्टी लगी है. That means outside his or her house, a beautiful nameplate is attached, or you can say is put up. Lagi hai, why feminine form? Because it relates to Sundar Nampatti, which is a feminine word. And in the previous sentence, you had dhakkan. Dhakkan is a masculine word. So, dhakkan laga hai, nampatti lagi hai. To say that there's a beautiful nameplate outside his or her house. चलिए अगला sentence देखते हैं, which is sort of a phrasal verb, and that is gale lagna. Gale lagna. Gala is this, the neck or the throat, and lagna here. Together, gale lagna means to hug. And here I have taken one example and I have transformed in all tenses using this verb. The first tense is simple present tense, where the sentence says दोनों बच्चे गले लगते हैं. दोनों बच्चे, which means both the children or both the kids, गले लगते हैं means they hug. You need to know the rules to be able to understand the difference between all the tenses and how the verb lagna changes its form in all the tenses that I'm talking about. So with simple present tense, you add tati te, and hence here dono bachche gale lagte hain to talk about something that is regular or common. Second is again using gale lagna in the sentence, same sentence but transformed into present continuous tense, where you talk about action that is taking place now. So to mean both the kids are hugging, you should say dono bachche gale lag rahe hain. You don't change gala. Gala is not the verb here. Only lagna is the verb. So gale lag rahe hain. Follow the rule. Next is present perfect tense, where we talk about the completed action or the result of the completed action. And to say both the kids have hugged or sometimes also are hugging is दोनों बच्चे गले लगे हैं. दोनों बच्चे गले लगे हैं. Now here you don't talk about mid motion action, you talk about the result of the action when it is completed. So for completed actions, you add lage hain after gale. Gale lage hain. Next is habitual past, which is what you used to do earlier or what you would do. दोनों बच्चे गले लगते थे. दोनों बच्चे गले लगते थे. The addition of the word थे at the end of the sentence tells you that it's past tense, which means both the kids used to hug. That means that is also something common, but not in the present tense. That was common earlier. They used to hug. Next is simple past tense, where you talk about the action that completed in the past. So to say both the kids hugged, that is dono bachche gale lage. Just lage. You don't have to add the, because lage the would mean had hugged. So once again, both the kids hugged means dono bachche gale lage. Agla tense past continuous tense hai, and the sentence goes like this. दोनों बच्चे गले लग रहे थे. दोनों बच्चे गले लग रहे थे. You add थे to convey that you are talking about past tense. This means both the kids were hugging. And now when you talk about past perfect tense, which means you talk about a completed action in the past, but before something else, before some other action in the past. And the sentence is, दोनों बच्चे गले लगे थे. दोनों बच्चे गले लगे थे. In simple past, you say दोनों बच्चे गले लगे. Both the kids hugged. Hugged is गले लगे. Here, when you add लगे थे, that means had hugged. Whereas if you use a present tense auxiliary verb, दोनों बच्चे गले लगे हैं, instead of थे, if you say हैं, that means they have hugged. My explanation may sound confusing, but trust me, you need to go through a lot of examples to understand what I am saying. And actually, I've also not covered all these tenses on my channel. I've covered only a few tenses on my channel. And when I do discuss about perfect tense, I will make it a point to make it more clear, make it clearer to you what it's supposed to be like in Hindi. Although I am trying to make you go through the same sentences in different tenses right here, my focus right now is on Lagna. So those of you who understand the tenses, who are at an intermediate level, who know what the tenses are and just get confused with Lagna, this portion is for you. The rest of you who are complete beginners, don't worry. I will come up with a video with the perfect tense and will explain in detail. For now, try and understand. Please stick with me till the end because there are more phrasal verbs with Lagna coming up right after this. Let's move on to simple future tense. Simple future tense is used to talk about will word. The word will in your sentence. The sentence is both the kids will hug. And your sentence in Hindi should be दोनों बच्चे गले लगेंगे. लगेंगे means will hug. Together it means will hug, and you don't need any other word after लगेंगे. और आखिर में, that is, and lastly, और आखिर में we have the subjunctive mood, the subjunctive part. दोनों बच्चे गले लगे. दोनों बच्चे गले लगे. Instead of लगेंगे, I remove the गे part. गले लगे. I stop at lagi to say that both the kids hug, and that is an instruction. This sentence is a polite request. When you say dono bache gale lage, means you are asking the kids to hug, and it's a polite request. Let me give you another example. If I say andar aiye, in andar aiye, that means please come in. It's a request. You can also speak the same sentence in this form, in this manner, by saying andar aaye, andar aaye. So we go from andar aaye, please come in, to andar aaye. Again, please come in. The meaning is the same, only the verb form is changing. Now, after the transformation of the same sentence into different tenses, let's move on with Lagna and its different uses. The next use is to talk about your opinion. When you want to say, I believe that, I think that, or according to me, in my opinion, to say all these phrases, you need Lagna there. My sentence here is, मुझे लगता है मैं सही हूँ. मुझे लगता है मैं सही हूँ. You cannot use मैं with Lagna. You must always say मुझे लगता है. If you want, you can add ki in your sentence to mean that. Otherwise, it will suffice without it. मुझे लगता है कि मैं सही हूँ. I think that I'm right or I'm correct. Next is समय लगना or वक्त लगना. समय मतलब time, वक्त also means time. And these words are masculine words. समय लगना, वक्त लगना. That means to take time. मुझे समय लगेगा is the sentence. When you say मुझे समय लगेगा, you are conveying that it will take me time. If you want to say it will take me some time, add the required word. Add थोड़ा. मुझे थोड़ा समय लगेगा. समय is masculine, add थोड़ा. मुझे थोड़ा समय लगेगा. It will take me some time. Next example is where you can ask, कितनी देर लगेगी? कितनी देर लगेगी? To ask how much time will you take? There is another word which works synonymously for time. So, कितना समय लगेगा, कितना वक्त लगेगा, and कितनी देर लगेगी, they all mean how much time will it take or how much time will you take. Next phrase is number lagna or call lagna, or you can say phone lagna. That means to dial. The sentence is माफ कीजिए शायद गलत नंबर लग गया. माफ कीजिए शायद गलत नंबर लग गया. That means I'm sorry, maybe I dialed a wrong number. शायद मतलब maybe. Galat number is wrong number, and gaya does not mean went. Gaya is acting as a helping verb here to talk about the action being completed or to show the transition from dialing a number and when it finally gets dialed. So, number lagna. Let's say if this is the verb, what I have written here is number lag jana, which means the same. Number lagna, number lag jana. This works as a compound verb. Once again, number lagna is same as number lag jana. So, maaf kijiye, shayad galat number lag gaya. Means, I'm sorry, maybe I dialed a wrong number. The verb lagna is an extremely versatile verb. That is, it goes with so many nouns, adjectives, and so many other verbs. And hence, you have different meanings. So, it means different in different contexts. And there are more meanings which are more figurative in nature rather than being literal. I'll stop here for today for this video. I don't want to overwhelm you with so many different uses and meanings all at once. I'll come up with a part 2 in the next video. Until then, अपना ख्याल रखिए और अगली कक्षा में मिलते हैं.